Hey, welcome to another interview on Rebel Labs TV. With me today is Geert Bevin. You've been working for Zero Turnaround for 3-4 months now?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
And seems like a day.
Yeah, you're a Java champion.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about how that came about and what the kind of things you needed to do for that.
First of all, I got a little gift for you, Simon. I got this nice little flowers.
Well, I'll tell you what, that looks quite nice in the interview. We should keep that there, brighten the place.
I think so, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Yeah. So, it was actually a great honor to have been selected as a Java champion a couple of years ago. At that time, I somehow still do. I felt that a lot of other people were probably more deserving. But the Java champion format is really about kind of acknowledging people that are active and try to build the Java platform through creative input, to reach out to the community. It's not necessarily a label of excellence or anything like that, which is what sometimes people prefer to think it is. It's more like an accomplishment for the things you've done. So,
Awesome. And for Zero Turnaround, you worked as a senior engineer on the LiveRebel products.
Yeah.
You also gave the keynote today, which was absolutely awesome.
Thank you.
Your keynote was about many things. You tell us a little bit about the Eigenharp, which is one of the main focuses.
Well, yeah, the Eigenharp is an instrument that I've been playing myself for 4 years now. I had the opportunity to work as an engineer at that company for a few years. And now the software is in a mature state, and they kind of cut back on finances a bit, so they don't have the means to hire a full development team anymore. But for those 3 years that I worked on it, was very fascinating to see actually a total different way of thinking about programming, which is handling massive amounts of real-time data that can't ever be latent and that always has to try to capture as much detail as possible. Actually, it is about striving for chaos all the time, so that the slightest little vibration or huff of wind would have an influence, and that you, just as in the real world, you're actually constantly dealing with chaos, and you try to make sense out of it, and it's how we make sense out of chaos that makes us creative people. And so that is what my work at Eigenlabs kind of mainly taught me, I think, is that we've had this way of working with electronics for many years, which is starting from simple things and then building them up and then stopping because we achieved our result. Which is where I think we're now at an age where we can process so much data that we can look at it as a raw piece of stone, right? And instead of building the little pieces to get where we are, you can have heaps of data, and then you how do you say this? Manage them? Yeah, you manage them to get it to the shape that you want it to be. But you will never be perfect. You will always be as good as you can be, and which makes it personal, which gets the creative touch into working with data and algorithms, and so yeah, that's basically one of the ideas.
And I guess it's a nice mix of tech, data, and your love for music as well.
Exactly.
What kind of things drive you then? Because I mean, you obviously have many passions in life: software development, music, and gadgets, and just cool, funky stuff. What drives you to engage in this?
I think it's mainly being creative. I like to create stuff. It's what I ended my keynote with. I like to put the soul into certain things. It can be soul in musical notes, soul in machines. In a certain way, if I can once in a while touch someone or make their life better, I've served my purpose here in the world. I'm personally not a religious person. It's just I'm not religious at all. But one of the things that I realized it doesn't. We're getting quiet. You're philosophical here, right?
Yeah, getting quiet. Yeah.
So one of the things that I think makes me not scared of death is that I think that our life is defined by the people that we lived it with and how you improved life for others. And if I can do that for a few people, and if a few people enjoy the stuff that I've been making, then life is worth living.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Alex, thank you very much.
Thank you for
We'll leave it on that. Don't be scared of death.
Don't be scared of death.